Good afternoon from the National Weather Service office in Gaylord, Michigan. Welcome to the latest hazardous weather briefing for eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. Today is Tuesday, August 13th, 2013. As we take a look at the hazardous weather highlights, we just have a couple of things this evening. We still have a high swim risk on the Lake Michigan beaches of northwest lower Michigan. And mainly that is for higher winds, waves, and potential rip currents that are out there. Also, there is a small risk for waterspouts on Lakes Michigan and Huron this evening, so there is a risk to watercraft. As we look at the hazardous weather or the current weather map, high pressure is slowly trying to nose into the region. We've got just a little bit of a trough left over and some rain showers. We were actually in kind of a lake effect sort of pattern. If you look at any of the satellite shots, we have all those little streaks of clouds coming down just like you would during the wintertime for lake effect, and we're getting a few rain showers out of some of those as well. And with all the cold air that usually comes across the lakes, that's why we have the risk for waterspouts. However, as we continue on into Wednesday, and this is Wednesday afternoon, that high is going to be right over top of us. We will start to warm. The cooler air and that trough is going to move on out, and then the high just stays with us through next Tuesday. So we're really not expecting any precipitation in any of this time period. The only time that we might, and I say might, see something would be next Tuesday. Moisture coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico will get funneled up here into the Great Lakes, and that could cause what we meteorologists term a dirty ridge, which means that moisture starts to form some thunderstorms along the outside of the high pressure area. So we'll just have to see how that works out. Right now, the only place that would see that would be the Upper Peninsula, but it is possible. However, as we like to say, day 7, a week away, that's subject to change. So just keep that in mind as we start looking through there. And just kind of reiterate the point, here's the 7-day precipitation forecast put out by the Weather Prediction Center in Washington, and it shows northern Michigan, pretty much eastern upper and northern lower, won't see any rain here over through the next, probably week, not just Sunday. So to sum all this up, we have a stretch of beautiful weather coming up with this. We will be warming through the week with minimal chances of rain. However, tonight, we're still going to have a few showers early. Otherwise, once that high starts moving in, we lose the heating of the day. We're going to have decreasing clouds, diminishing winds, and just remember for our hazardous weather tonight, we have higher winds, at least initially early this evening, so we could have some potential for some rip currents and also the potential for some waterspouts on the Great Lakes. Thanks for listening into this evening's hazardous weather briefing. If you have more questions or would like to know other information, you can always check out our weather page at weather.gov/Gaylord or ask us questions on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for listening and have a great evening.